The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
This man needs medical attention.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
It's just about that time for Brady to give you all the news that only Brady knows. We call this the Brady Report. Before we do that, the one thing I do miss, like a major thing I miss about the Donald Trump presidency, is that if a rumor abound about Donald that is going around about Biden, this would have been nonstop coverage until we found out something. I don't know if you guys heard, but evidently Joe Biden his pants with the Pope. What? It's unconfirmed, but it's a strong rumor that he had what's called a bathroom incident in his pants with the Pope last Friday. Oh. So everybody's wondering how come nobody's paying attention to the 78-year-old.
There have been photos out there.
Well,
I'm saying
they were in a room
with Trump. There would have been
with the Pope, and it was a media-free, camera-free, picture-free room, and it went on like way longer than people expected. And he came out in different pants, and he spent a good portion of the time. And the rumor in Rome went around that it was confirmed that there was somebody got hold of the poopy pants and said the president's poopy pants happened, and Biden crapped his pants. He's 78. Of course he crapped his pants. That's what 78-year-olds do. We knew that when we elected him. Trump's not much younger. He just crapped his pants, too. But again, in the Vatican, I mean, the holy jokes start immediately. But evidently, this is what I loved about the Trump thing. Every goof, like even the golden showers thing, if they could have gotten hold of the tapes, and I think we all think Trump was capable of having Russian hookers pee on him.
There were some parties.
There was nothing about that seemed like, well, he would never. Like, yes, he would. And that's the same thing I feel about Biden taking his Dockers. I think that's very possible. And he's sitting there a long time with the leader of God, I guess, of God's best friend, Pope. Pope Francis is sitting there talking, and he's older and slow, and Joe probably just thought he'd let a little slide, man.
Maybe a little gassy.
Those old man noises.
Trying to find if there's pictures anywhere.
There aren't any, which is why the rumor is hard. But I still think it's great. So the memes were around where the staircase to Air Force One was just covered in feces. It's like just every step's another. And we've got an old man for president. That's very possible. Very possible. And I actually, to be honest, I'm rooting for it to be true. Not because I don't like Biden, just because I'm in it for the entertainment. I'm only here for the laughs. I don't care any. There's the walk up to the Air Force One is just it's like somebody's just dumping left and right. Every step is another one. The rumor is abound. We'll never know the truth, but I want it to be true.
That was a funny thing at the tailgate for last Thursday's game, the card game. Sometime I walked in on a conversation. These guys were talking about it, and one guy was like, He can't even talk.
Oh, talking about politics, yeah. It's a reason to avoid Thanksgiving.
Right over here.
Yeah. Oh, it can't stop. But
they hide him.
But again, maybe. They might. He might be pooping his pants a lot. I, for one, root for it. I know. You're hate America. No. I root for Trump to poop his pants. That would have been outrageously funny. And again, get off my ass about politics. I'm only here for the laughs. I don't think they're in charge of much. I think they do things that make us kind of get twisted every once in a while. But if they're pooping their pants, that's 25, 30 minutes a day. They're not doing anything to mess around with my taxes. So I'm fine with it. Keep them loaded. Keep their diapers full. And if Joe has to start wearing a diaper, and that becomes a thing.
I think he is.
I think he probably does. Yeah. Just in case. He's dribbling. He's got some. And if he wears wears khaki pants, he's got some diapers on underneath. There's no way he's not walking around. He's dropping the Aleutians and the Hawaiian Islands droplets right there on those khakis. You know it. So
it's the
deuces,
telltale sign, like someone's facial expression, like you could tell on kids when they
poop. Yeah.
Maybe his is when he does the.
It's why he wears those
calm.
aviators.
We're gonna save them.
He does those aviators. Don't worry. Starting to smell a little in the room. I think the president had another poopy accident.
$26 billion.
I'm fine, completely fine, with him having poopy pants. It's embarrassing to our nation. Come on, we're good. If he pooped, it's funny.
Yeah, if he left a bunch on the marble floor.
Oh, the Vatican had to scrub a chair. Oh, man. Oh, I think it's great. Anyway, I'm hoping for it to be true. And the Pope had to do that thing where he's like, Joe, do you need the bathroom? No, man, keep talking.
Pope gets up from his chair and he's like, that's why I got a hole in mine.
Yeah. Thought they were in the bathroom together. It is time now for Brady to give you all the news only Brady knows. We call this the Brady Report. It's brought to you by Hooters and Bud Light. Football tonight. Start your week off right and catch the game at Hooters. Try a Big Daddy Bud Light. 10 bone-in wings on special only at Hooters. Brady reported.
Good Monday morning to you, Phoenix. Hello, world.
Hi.
Got a couple of baseless fun facts.
All right.
The 20-sided die wasn't invented for Dungeons and Dragons. The oldest one ever found dates back more than 2,000 years.
Ooh. Now Dungeons and Dragons nerds will have that story to tell.
Oh, great.
Otis Redding.
I know. Sorry, Fitz. I enjoy Fitz too much, but that Dungeons and Dragons thing, awful.
Keeps putting my head on those characters that they're fighting.
Well, they got to find a way to be entertaining.
Otis Redding wrote the song Respect in 1965, released it 2 years before Aretha Franklin.
That's right.
But his version focused on a man who wanted respect.
From his lady.
Respect was a euphemism.
BJ.
Call Sean Connery.
Sex.
Give me a BJ. Give me some love. And Aretha made it a woman's anthem, and they don't even know. It's the WNBA of songs.
Call Connery.
They think it
Winner.
has, they think it has like meaning for their futures. RESPECT. Find out what. And I always go back to what Reverend Sharpton had to say.
So in the words of my late friend Aretha Franklin, show some RESPICT.
Damn right.
You know why that's funny, Brett?
Because he misspelled it.
I got it.
Don't ask that. You get out of here with that. What's the matter with you? Go on. No.
Missing letters.
You take a laugh. You don't bait the hook in the fish's mouth. If he has a reaction, he has one. You don't try. What's the matter with you?
Testing him.
No. You don't test him. That's how you end up on the news. Dummy. He doesn't say anything bad. He just laughs at bad things. If you make him start saying, this guy, we have to have a talking to.
Costco's $1.50 hot dog and soda combo is so popular that Costco's around the country serve 100 million hot dogs a year, 4 times more hot dogs than all of the Major League Baseball stadiums combined.
Wow. Oh, I do have to say one thing before I forget. Kevin Meathead from Prestige Billiards was at the show Saturday night. And we all know Meathead. And if you don't know Kevin from Prestige Billiards, just close your eyes and picture a Meathead. There, you've got him. That's him. He's about 6 feet tall, probably about 240, mostly mass. It's a big dude. He can lift a complete pool table with one hand and, like, drink. So his wife is Tennille, she's a very pretty lady. End of the night, we're standing on a one-step up thing at Copper Blues. Just one step down onto the floor. Meathead comes over to me and goes, dude, Tennille's making me leave. She says I'm bombed. It's time to go. I'm like, it's good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming. All that stuff, say the goodbyes. I was like, yeah, she said I'm too drunk. It's time to put me to sleep. I got it. She comes over. She goes, great night, thanks. I got to get Meathead home. He's done. So dumb and drunk. I'm like, all right. Well, we'll see you later. Well, there goes Meathead. He wanders through. And Tennille, as she's saying goodbye, looks, waves, doesn't see the step. Down goes Tennille. Like, ow, gone, flop. Awesome moment. And then, of course, the caring husband. I'm the drunk one. And she just laid there in a lump.
Fetal position.
A puddle of humanity. Just looked like something out of Joe Biden's pants. Just a lump on the ground. Poor lady. But I had to embarrass her.
Starting today,
Yes.
the McRib is back at McDonald's.
All of them?
Nationwide.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
for a limited time.
Right.
It's actually the 40th anniversary of the McRib.
It was 1981.
81.
I remember the first
It
one I
was
ever
a
had.
huge flop.
I lived
I'm
on
still with you.
El Segundo Court in Poway, California, and my dad's boss was named Jimmy Richards, and he was from Decatur, Georgia. Come by, y'all. I went to the McDonald's there, and they got this new thing called a McRib. Give that a try. And he had like 8 of them, and we crushed about in like 7 or 10 seconds. Like, these are the best things ever. Got into Jimmy's smoke-filled car, and drunken drove back to the McDonald's and got a couple more. He was babysitting us for some reason. I'll never forget it. The Poway, California McDonald's had a line around the block for the McRib. It's great.
It was a flop for him in 81.
Not in Poway. Jimmy and I kept him alive.
Not in Montana either. It was pretty good.
Crushing.
They were just ahead of their time at first, but then people caught on.
That's delicious. Let's go get some more of those, Johnny. All right, Jimmy, I'm in. Hey, you want to drive? I'm 7, man. I don't know if it's a great idea or not. I was actually 8.
McDonald's is also releasing a McRib NFT where you can own your own exclusive digital representation of the McRib. Still hazy on, where you got to join the club.
Okay.
And then you'll be able to, they'll auction 10 NFTs off.
All right.
Giving away on Twitter today.
I saw something the other day that I found odd, speaking of things that will gain value or not, the NFT thing. Some lady was on the news the other night, and she has the world's largest collection of Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how you quantify that. Like, you're in competition with some person.
Yeah, who's gonna
win it? And then somebody's got to keep track of it. Well, she's got it. And then in the article, and then the person on the internet doing the story said, although the collection has been devalued greatly due to the controversial comments of J.K. Rowling. I'm like, all this Harry Potter stuff isn't worth as much as it would be if J.K. Rowling's never said that she believes gender is fact.
Yeah.
It devalued Harry Potter.
That's amazing.
And it made me think that if I ever had value, like my last words would be just the most like vicious. I hate Jews and Mexicans, and then also one last thing. What is it, John? Oh my God! Did he just utter the worst word of all time?
His estate has no value now.
Call the media. Get him in here real quick. I just want to say something.
That's why they gagged Walt Disney before he died.
just cut his
he
head
wants
off.
to say something.
Yeah, they said they wanted his head nerve. They cut it off before he could say a bad thing. Just Mexicans are the worst thing that Earth ever had. You heard it here on Fox News. Everything I would have would be worth nothing, and I would laugh all the way to hell. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know your words could devalue your work like that. Like a Harry Potter collectible. The poor lady's been at it since
certainly
the
did
first
it for
one.
Ted Williams.
That's right. Been at it.
Teddy Baseball never got busted. Teddy Baseball was just a dick the whole way through. If it was today and Teddy would have a Twitter account, trust me, it would have included
Mickey Mantle,
how baseball used to be better before they allowed,
Ty Cobb.
Oh, but those guys played before. Ted Williams tried to stop it while the integration was happening. And he was it would be like if Tom Brady didn't want Puerto Ricans in football, and he was like loud about it. Teddy Williams was awful.
A 30-year-old guy near Salt Lake City got angry at his dad last month after he bought chicken wings for dinner, and he didn't buy the kind the son wanted. It's not clear what flavor or variety the son was expecting, but he started arguing. Then the son grabbed the gun, fired a shot at his dad, but missed. The dad ducked, so the
Matrix
bullet went through the wall into their neighbor's apartment.
Oh, boy.
Ended up lodged in the person's dishwasher.
Oh.
They ended up wrestling over the gun.
Is she okay?
She's okay.
The dishwasher?
Yeah. Fired 2 more rounds while wrestling.
Caught that one late, sorry.
No one got hit.
Come on, guys. It wasn't a grenade. It should have been. It's Monday, but let's pick it up. We're going to do some sexist jokes. We have to be on the same page.
2 more rounds were fired. One ended up lodged in the the floor, and the other one hit the vacuum cleaner. So she was hit. She was hurt.
She was hurt. Yeah. He was going after her, basically.
Yeah.
In all of her usual haunts. You don't hit her washing dishes. You're going to hit her vacuuming. She's a good one.
We had another poultry-related crime. 20-year-old woman in central Pennsylvania facing charges after she got into an argument with another woman at Walmart. Grabbed a package of cold chicken and nailed her in the back of the head with it. Not sure if it was frozen or just
cold chicken's not frozen. They just said frozen.
Yeah.
These are
got some weight to it either way.
Still, you'd rather get hit with a cold than frozen.
A little bit of give.
Frozen's a baseball. Cold is a cold mush ball. You don't get hit by any chicken.
No.
But if you had your
You're
druthers
hoping they're boneless
in
breasts.
Walmart.
You don't want the bone in.
Your druthers is the unfrozen.
Another reason not to shop at Walmart.
Tropicana is releasing...
That's because there's flying chicken all over? I don't think so. What's wrong with you today? What is the matter with you? Stop it. You know what? You're done for a little bit. Jesus, man. He's going after. What do you got? Are you friends with Woody? Are you and Woody in cahoots? See if we get this Holmberg thing shut down. Go after the Walmart people. They're powerful.
Tropicana is releasing a limited edition toothpaste, which will not ruin the orange juice flavor after you brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Because the whole reason it does that is the sodium lauryl sulfate. So they say the cleaning agent that is prevalent in the toothpaste that makes that happen. They've eliminated it, and this toothpaste will be available for people to try it out. And if they like it, maybe they'll keep it going. But right now, there's a limited batch.
Yeah, it's for a very small group of people that love brushing their teeth with orange juice and just are willing to tolerate that. It is the worst flavor outside of licorice and black licorice and coconut.
Orange juice?
Orange juice
after you brush your teeth.
Oh, yeah.
You can't, for like an hour, you can't have orange juice, which I'm fine with.
A new poll asked Americans if they thought their life would be an interesting reality TV show.
Nope.
25% said yes.
They're wrong.
Yeah.
You are not interesting.
15% said they don't know. 60% said no.
Mine would be dreadfully boring. You want to watch a guy consider beating off 6 out of the 10 wake hours I have.
That's why they have writers on reality shows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are not interested. Get it through your thick, stupid skull. You are not something the world wants to watch. At all.
Even the ones that are called in for, like, Dr. Phil or whatever. Like, we want to record you a week.
Yeah. And they
And
tell
say,
you,
can you up it
ham
over
it
the
up.
top?
You're on the cameras, ham it up. You might be funny. You might be fun. You could be a comedian. You could do all sorts of stuff. But guess what? Your day-to-day life is not watchable. It's the same as all of ours. You are not unique.
Got some good news coming out of St. Petersburg, Florida. Over the weekend, they had a Stop the Violence event. Only one person killed and 4 injured.
That's great. They slowed it down from last year's 20-3.
Yeah, it's a amateur boxing event to stop the violence.
It was a boxing event?
Yeah.
All right.
Some of the crowd got into a fight.
Sure.
Fire shot.
Wait, some gambling?
Shots fired.
You got some boxing going on. 2 camps. It's the perfect event for violence to end.
What else do we... Oh, we've got our featured grifters of the week. First one is Donna Marino. She's 63 years old. She's from East Haven, Connecticut. Bilked her husband out of $600,000 over a 20-year period. Told him he had Alzheimer's.
For 20 years?
Basically, she went with that later on in the grifting, but she worked her way into taking care of the bills and all this and said he had Alzheimer's.
Might have it. Because if you believe it, why don't you go get checked every once in a while?
Because it happened earlier when he was a kid. Someone said this to his mother that she had Alzheimer's. She's like, I'm not checking on it. I'm not going there. I don't want to find out. Okay. So the whole time he said, I don't want to find out.
And she said he had it. And that was enough for him.
That was enough for him. He had no idea how much she was really
so he was
out
dumb. He was maybe the dumbest man alive.
Till his daughter is trying to get a hold of him over the Well, can't get a hold of him.
He can't figure out how phone
Donna
works.
has his phone number forwarded to her
Ooh.
number, so he can't receive calls.
Right.
She takes all the calls. The grift was pretty good. I mean, like I said, 20 years.
You got to find a real dumb target for that, though.
Yeah.
So I think,
You saying that's hard? Or
I'm saying it's real hard. It's real hard to tell somebody, hey, by the way, pretty sure you got Alzheimer's. You think? Yeah. And then you're like, well, I don't really want to know, but I'll go with it.
Donna did share some of that money with her family members that were needed rent, groceries.
And if it lasted 20 years, most of the relationship was pretty good. So even if you're getting grifted for 20 years, she's keeping you in pillows and comforters and
they're out of money now.
Well, sure, she's not managing money well, but that happens to anybody. It's not really.
There's where the beef lies with the daughter.
Why grift? Why not just steal it? Why even bother with the Alzheimer's story? If he's sticking around for 20 years, you could just take his money like women normally do through a divorce.
We got another guy in Riverside, California, who's a fortune teller and faith healer. Andres Pena Meneses. He grifted a lady out of $50K cash on one thing. She told her that she had worms, and he can heal those body worms.
I've always had problems with faith healer.
Have
like
you?
they should be.
Are they bothering you?
Should be healing your faith, or do they have faith in what
What is going on with you? You putting on
Another thing.
Toledo doing his chunks on faith healers this morning. You writing for a show?
What I can think.
Of course, everybody's got a problem with faith healers. Don't you hate when your socks get lost in the dryer? I mean, what happens to the extra sock? Toledo's on a roll today. Of course you have problems with a faith healer. You've never had a problem with a faith healer. You'd never need one. It's off-brand, Rich.
I've had it.
One more faith healer my
I
way.
swear to God, if I got to deal with another faith healing, I'm going to tell the boys about this. I've always had a problem with those faith healers.
Well, the police busted in at his shack, and he's arrested for grand theft. They also found a snake, some cash, a voodoo doll. Taking that in for evidence.
If you're friends with anybody with a voodoo doll, you're friends with somebody stupid.
Taking the snake in for evidence?
I've always had a problem with those folks who carry around them voodoo dolls. I don't know if you're running into that, Rich.
Probably
I
shot
have
at
no
Walmart.
idea.
I'm
You have
good with
no
the
idea.
voodoo dolls.
Yeah, that's why I never go to Walmart. It's them voodoo doll folk. All them shaman witchcraft weirdos from the islands. You hear that, Brad? I'm talking about them islands. Toledo's doing chunks. Don't you hate faith healers, Brady?
Oh, man.
Man, oh, man. Let's do a whole 5 minutes on that. Hang on.
This 70-year-old woman that lives in the UK she liked collecting shiny objects. She'd buy costume jewelry. And she's going through her stuff because she's accumulated some over the years and says, I'm going to throw
Humiliated?
accumulated.
Oh,
I thought the same thing.
Humiliated?
I thought the same thing.
She's accumulated a lot of the jewelry.
You heard that too, right? I'm like,
Yes,
why not you
yes.
humiliate jewelry?
So she decided to weed some of it out. Maybe I'll throw some away. She's getting ready to throw this diamond away.
Oops.
And her friend says, you know what? I don't know, there's something about this one. Why don't you go check it out? Get it, see if it's
Sure.
not costume jewelry.
She doesn't remember where she got it?
She usually buys a lot of her jewelry. She says she goes to estate sales and
Sure.
garage sales. And she got this one appraised or checked out. It's 34-carat diamond.
Whoa.
It's now been valued at $2.7 million.
Oh, my God. Damn it.
She probably bought it for
$10.
yeah.
Stumble bumps her way into millions.
Have you
Yeah,
been
it's
to
gonna
any
be
estate
auction.
sales since you went to that big one that was over by the old station? Didn't you guys
I didn't
walk
go
into
there. We
that
just
one?
walked into that house.
In the
We weren't-
house,
Yeah, we
that's
weren't
right.
at the estate
Oh,
sale.
I thought you went to the sale.
I was just showing the boys that if you just act like you're supposed to be there, you can get in anything. And I just pulled up to that Wolfswinkel mansion. Like, just go in. And we just walked right in. They were under
I
construction.
always wanted to see that place.
That was when they stopped doing like the
woodworking in there.
Yeah, well, we did. We
they
did
stopped
a
the
quick
landscaping
tour
and
until they
everything.
told us to
Letting it
leave.
die.
But
Well,
yeah,
but they were remodeling it. I'm like, let's just go and see what they're doing. Pulled in, walked in. Just act like you're supposed to be here. And then
Did it work? Did you get all the way through?
No, we didn't get all the way through.
We're going to put some things over here. You point some things.
Yeah, I just start pointing, going, "This is where we're going to do this. Can I help? Hey, we're redoing this thing. All right, can I get a name?" I'm like, "Yeah, who are you?" And then he starts telling me some stuff. I'm like, "Well, we're here. We're part of the construction design team." Are you? And it's me and Brady and Eric, who's already like ready to run. I'm like, "All right, well." And he's like, "I think you guys have to go," because then he started getting walkie-talkies out. I'm like, "All right, fine, we'll come back when Dennis is here." And then we just left.
Guy says, "I don't know, John, about the reality shows. You've choked on a potato. You got thrown out of barge. Your homosexual lifestyle change. You've been driving around with a dildo in your Jeep.
Yeah.
Man, the list goes on and on. I think I could watch that."
Sure, I'm interesting, but not enough to watch all the time. Like, I have events. What you just mentioned is over the span of
20
ages,
years.
and it's only like 6 things. You imagine the downtime between those awesome events. And yes, I'm fun.
There's some fun events.
But 6 days of the week, I'm not. You watch me lay around a lot. Watching Wheel of Fortune and playing Jeopardy at home. And
You've had shoulders and hips replaced. And
yeah,
I mean,
but that's not, you don't want to see me. I'm in a recliner for
watch
like
that.
a good 4 months of this year is me just moaning. I bet you 4 months of the entire 2021 is me just going, "Oh, God."
Let's get to some radio videos.
It's the worst year of my life. There's no question. Physically, I've been in pain the whole year. It's coming around, but it's miserable.
First one, this happened last week in Belgium. A drawbridge suddenly opened up while a car was driving over it.
Oh, boy.
You see the video. The car is stopped.
It's got to be pretty slow, though.
Smoking the Bandit 2, remember
Yeah.
that?
That's right. Oh, my God. That thing's going 90 degrees. Dude's not going to make it. Gravity wins.
And over it goes.
It's all the way over. Why didn't he put it in reverse and try to beat that drawbridge up to 90 degrees?
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Either that or gas it and see if you can survive it. Because right there,
At least Dukes of Hazzard it or
start
something.
gassing it and see if you can get the car to at least hang on its spot.
Yeah, see if you get some grip.
See if you can at least spin your tires to the point. Well, that guy's an idiot.
Another idiot. This next radio video is a guy that's drunk, and he's trying to slide down the railing of a stairwell. This guy's lucky.
This would
Let's
be
check
awesome.
it out.
He's going out the window, isn't he? There's
No.
a window. Oh,
Now look how far that
my God. No, he's on
And
like
he
the
just-
6th floor.
It clipped the railing on the floor below.
Him and his friends are laughing.
That's your boys there. Giving him boosties.
Yeah, exactly.
He landed on the floor 1.5 floors lower.
Yeah,
If he wouldn't have bounced, he'd have gone all the way down. That's got to be 4 floors? 3?
at least.
Probably busting his head on
Whoa.
every guardrail on the way down, or handrail on the
He'd
way
have
down.
been dead for
Oh.
sure. Wow. That is lucky.
Next one is at a football game. Check out this dog. The guy does the frisbee toss.
Okay.
It shows some.
30, 40, 50, 40, 30. Did he catch it? They must have, right?
You got it.
So from the back of the end zone, 70 yards, I don't see the frisbee at all.
There it is. Gets it
The
right
dog
there and
nabs
catches it inbounds.
Inbounds, 2 feet down,
Yep.
2 paws in.
Bears need to sign him.
Yeah, well, no, Justin Fields would miss the throw. Wow. Dogs are better than people.
This must be from the Stop the Violence event on Saturday, like
Okay.
St. Petersburg,
All right.
Florida. Little celebration in between rounds. This is gun safety at its finest.
Oh, he's got an AK-47.
Yeah, you wanna
oh,
take-
no.
You want to take a round?
He's pointing it right at people.
He's reloading it for his son or young buddy to try it. You try a couple. Whoa!
No, it's out of control.
Okay, let me get the rest of
Do
the
it
rounds
again.
out.
All right, that's enough of you.
You know how I play that again? You know how I know gunplay is about to occur? This music is in the background. You hear any of that? There's going to be some gunshots.
That's actually the final song of the concert they're at.
Yeah. It's Night of the Singing Dead. It's actually a shot from our show Saturday. People constantly trying to kill me.
Jesus.
Yeah, I hear that music and
Check out the punches.
I think we've
landed
seen
on
this one before. but
I don't know.
this is
I
good.
don't.
Are those hay bales? Are we in a hay bale?
Yeah,
ring?
it's, these barn fights, I guess, have
God.
stepped it up to the.
What do you after the last one, and then this one's Instagram page is Muslim Bay Official.
What are you doing?
you watching?
Following?
I'm digging around.
Oh, he's asleep.
Out. The hands go up. No.
I got him.
No, it's
I got him.
concussion. His hands got stiff.
You heard the slap.
No, he got...
Hey, he hit his head. His head is what does it. Boom.
My friend Chris Mascarelli tried to dunk once on 9-foot rims and got stuffed by the rim and went vertical and landed 9 feet lower on his back and head on the cement ground at Chrisman Elementary School.
Ouch.
And his hands did that.
Oh.
And then I realized, that's the day I realized I'm a coward. It's because I ran from it.
Like you ran home?
Yeah, I'm not going to hang
It's
around
like
that.
a zombie.
He's dead.
How'd you hear he was okay?
We
Showed up at school the next day?
No. We were in our 20s.
Oh.
Chris just had a bad incident trying to dunk, and he just didn't get it. And he went to tomahawk this thing, and the ball went right in the side of the rim, and his legs just swung up. And he went straight down, head, body. And a little pool of blood started under his head, and his hands straightened out, and his legs straightened out. And I was like,
Just the two of you?
I'm getting out of here. No, it was a whole team. And I was the only one who ran away. I ran. You know Chrisman Elementary, the basketball. I lived across the street. I'm like, I'm gone. Yeah, I was like 20. And then I pretended I was trying to get help when I got to the street. Just ran. I was afraid that a dead body and me were going to be too close together, and I didn't want to see Chris bleed out.
This next one's a couple on a boat trying to get that nice picture. The two of them. Back in the cove.
She's
Too
going
close. A little too close to the rocks.
Oh. Whoa, man. There's a little blowback from the ocean there as the wave hits the side, and that's beautiful. Are they dead?
It was so
Yeah, everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead. I want Brady's
the
videos
finest
to now
this
be
morning.
called Everyone's Dead.
Did you send the one?
Yeah, I sent this one.
Yeah.
Brett's got one.
All right.
There's a guy on a trike. The
Always in a skate park on one of those
Can-Am.
Batman
Basically.
motorcycles. Oh, and he's being drug around by it now. He is not on it. He's just, let it go. Take the advice of
That
Elsa.
landed on top of him.
Take Elsa's advice and let it go.
He got up, though.
He's awake.
Yeah.
Took it like a champ.
Why would you
And
hold
looked
on
like
to
a
that?
moron, but, you know.
Let go. If you're not attached to the thing going 20 miles an hour, let it go.
Whoa.
Yeah, he is just... Batman's new car sucks. All right, I submitted one as well.
Yep.
I think you guys will like this. It's winter, and kids are trying to do some let's make it across the thin ice runs. This kid does it, but he's not paying attention to the finish line. Here we go. 3 steps across the thin ice. Tree branch! I don't know if it's a tree branch or if it's a wire for the
It's got to be
fence.
a wire.
Yeah.
It could have been decapitated.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, I'm across and out. He clotheslines himself
It is a wire.
on a wire that's attached from the fence to that pillar. You can't see it, but it's phenomenal.
Wow. One more
But
time.
look, all the ice breaks. Is there sound on that?
No sound.
There isn't?
Damn it.
No sound.
Darn it.
I think it's attached to the trash can to keep
Yeah.
that from blowing over.
Yep. Oh, and he just eats it. I think it shoulders him, but it's a pure clotheslining. But look, he made it across the thin ice. He's like Jesus until the end.
Walked on water.
That's
like-
your new favorite?
He's like Jesus until the end because he has a better ending. It's true. I'm not wrong about that. What would you rather, just get clotheslined by a trash can thing, or what happened to Jesus? Walk on water and then that? Kid's amazing. Well done. I watched the news this weekend, too, speaking of people who are unique and think their lives are unique. And they have they interviewed some lady who's a plus-size dancer.
Dancer.
Like she dances in music videos and
Oh.
stuff. And all she kept saying, it just makes me sick when people say this, like, one of a kind. I'm a snowflake. There's nobody like me.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Good. Let's limit the amount of yous there are out there. That's because
You're more of an avalanche.
I embrace my body and I embrace this. And I'm like, no, you got to stop doing that. This isn't good. I'm an inspiration to all people that look like me. To what? And then they kept showing her dancing. I'm like,
Was she good?
So like Lizzo looking, or?
yeah.
Oh.
Only milk white. Red hair. Yeah. It's everything you don't want to see. But that's the thing. Like the generation of people coming up are huge on the idea that they're unique and everything about them's different. I'm like, look around, sister. You're an American. Everyone looks just like you. There she is. I'm not playing it. I don't want to give her name out. And she can dance and all that, but it's like the only reason you're being interviewed is because you're fat. All the other, you're not supposed to be there,
right.
And we have to accept that. You're like, yeah, you're big and you're a talented dancer. That's great, but do you realize you're being isolated for that? Mm-hmm. The thing that you're saying get comfortable with is the reason we're staring at you.
Thick pack.
Ugh. Come on.
Ugh,
She's terrible.
Flexible.
Considering.
She's brave.
I hate that whole I'm unique and different and I need to be celebrated for it thing. You're not that unique and you're not that different. Going back to Toledo's thing. Have you been to Walmart? You're pretty cookie cutter. But I dance, right, against our will. She's been in Rihanna videos and things like that. And I tell her, I would tell her, you realize that the reason you're being hired is because your size. So the thing you don't want people to notice is the only reason you're working. Maybe you're not that great a dancer, but because I've seen some great dancing, and it lives at Suns games, and it's a boy. Everybody else is just men. Yeah, it was frustrating. I'm so different. I'm unique. I'm an angel. I'm a snowflake. Oh, God. You're kind of proud of yourself, I think.
Keep dancing. That's what I say, John. Keep dancing.
Well, sure.
I don't want her to slow up.
Keep dancing. Oh, no, she needs to keep dancing. She needs to dance a couple more hours a day. Don't body shame me. Why? You're the one that's leading with your body. And you're telling me, look at my body. Great. I never thought fat people couldn't dance. I used to watch What's Happening. Rerun was amazing. You're just Ginger Rerun. There's been fat dancers forever.
Chris Farley
was hilarious, but I did think of that. That Chippendale sketch wouldn't fly today because it's shaming, and it is one of the funniest things ever. It shouldn't matter how you look. If you can do it. And I'm like, yes, it should. There's a visual play to the whole idea that's why the Chippendales thing was so funny. You were a great dancer, but
you got all the moves.
Patrick Swayze is so much more visually appealing than you, Barney.
We're going to go with Ted.
We're going to go with him. We're going to go with it. Barney, your dance move's very sexy. It was one of the best sketches ever. And it's it's so taboo. Stop it. Stop telling. If someone asks you, is your life interesting enough to film? The answer's no. Your life. Think of it, your life. Do you have incidents in your life that are amusing? Yes, those are called stories. Tell those stories. But you do not have an interesting life. No one does. Imagine the Toledo reality show. It's you too. As much as we know, this is the exciting Toledo we get. Imagine the downtime version. Oh!
There's a lot of that.
It would be Brady's Instagram come to life.
Oh, man. It's like I carried away.
Yeah. Brett, you're not interesting. I don't want to watch you do it.
Absolutely not.
You certainly wouldn't interest me at all. You are more interesting than most because you're so weird.
You're welcome.
Standing outside waiting for people all day long. Go inside and do like everybody else. Hole up and stare at the TV. And there you go. That is your Brady Report. It's 98 KUPD.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell?
98.
I'm not cool with this at all.
KUPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.